Hi, I'm Dr. Carolyn Edwards, and this is Get Your Life, the show where I bring on a guest and they tell all about their lives and their journey in hopes that it gives you the courage to do the same. And today I have an amazing guest, Marquita Robinson, and she is the owner she's a home health specialist and she's the founder of Robinson's Quality Care and Haven Independent Home. Let's welcome Marquita to the show. Welcome.
Hi, Miss Phillips.
Miss Edwards.
I'm sorry, Miss Edwards.
It's okay. I understand. Don't be nervous. Okay. So one of the first questions I want to ask you, how did you get started in home health care? First. So start that one.
I started in home health care probably like 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just working for different agencies.
Okay.
And just working as a home health aide before I decided to get my CNA license.
Okay.
It worked out for a while until I wanted to go into the nursing homes. And I had one client to ask me, why don't I have my own business?
Wow.
So I told him because I just like to work for the companies. He told me, why would you want to do that? Mind you, he owned Pepsi.
Oh my goodness.
So he asked me, you came in my house, did everything. She didn't do anything. So why won't you open up a business for yourself? So I decided to create a SunBiz, get an EIN number, and still I didn't use it. I waited probably like 5 more years before I decided to really use it because of just fear.
Okay, I was
in the
going to
beginning.
ask. In the beginning. Okay, so in the beginning, so just for you all that don't know, the EIN, SunBiz is the place that we register our businesses in Florida, and then the EIN number comes from the federal government, right?
Correct.
And so that is how we start our business. And then, so you sat on it for 5 years. What were you telling yourself in those 5 years?
I actually got tired of paying taxes for a business that I wasn't using.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept having to put 0, but I still had to pay the tax preparer to do the taxes. So probably like 3 years ago, I'll say 3 or 4 years ago, I ended up running into a client that needed help. She needed 24 hours, 7 days a week. So I decided to take on the task under Robinson's Quality Care. Awesome. I was able to perform a team and allow my team to work, but I didn't know much about it, but I just went with it. And it actually just worked itself out. And when I seen the amount that we made in 1 year, it made me push harder.
Right. And sometimes I think when you're living a dream, sometimes it's just that push. You don't know, like we don't have all the answers to the road. It's like, you have a dream, but you don't have all the steps. But I feel like each time you take a step, then you get closer, you get more confident, and then you keep pressing on. So tell me, for all those that may be thinking about going into home health care, when you first started, tell me some of the requirements. Like, what would I need? Do I go to school? What do I do to get prepared?
As far as if you want to run your own business for home health, instead of having an agency, because they require you to have like a $1 million life insurance, like a life insurance policy. That's just something that they have to be able to cover the agency and yourself. So I went and did a different route. I did the research, found out that I should operate as a group and just put Robinson's Quality Care, operate as a group, have all of my CNAs or HHAs to have liability insurance, and just give them a W-9 instead of a W-2.
Right. And tell our audience what's the difference between having a W-2 employee versus having a W-9 employee.
A W-2, they have to withdraw taxes from the tax return. A W-9, at the end of the year, you just give them their wages as far as everything that they made for the year. And of course, they'll have to pay back after that.
Right.
Opposed to the W-2, the taxes is taken out throughout the year.
Right. So if they don't understand that, like the W-2 employee is when, like you said, the employer does all that for you. They
Right.
take out the tax, they send it to the government or whoever it needs to go. But a W-9 is almost like you're a contractor. You're working for yourself.
You are a contractor.
You're a contractor.
You're a subcontractor.
You're a self-contractor. And so you just give them whatever they earn.
Correct.
And then they're responsible at the end of the year to pay whatever they owe.
Yes, their taxes, which will be Social Security would draw out of the taxes.
Right.
Everybody would take their portion and you'll get what's left over.
Right. And then also they have to get their own insurance, like health insurance and stuff like that.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Awesome. So before you started, so you got your license, and as you stated, you have to pay your taxes anyway. So you had to pay your city license tax.
Yes.
You have to pay your federal taxes and things like that. So what else, other research did you do to prepare yourself to get ready for this business?
I actually created the SunBiz first.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got the EIN number. I actually did learn about business credit, so I created my own business credit. I also went to my city and got the local business license to use my home as an address for the company address.
Right.
Then I also went to the local business license because you have to have that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. But if you want to take it a step further, like say you want to be a Medicaid provider, you have to log on to Medicaid, the web portal, and you have to apply. So it's different protocols. It's a little hard, but if you be consistent with filling it out, you'll get through it.
You'll get through it. Amen. Okay. So we talked about the legal, the regulatory, the state, the county licenses you had to get. How did you choose the locations of where you went to the people's homes? Like, did you try to just stay local to your house, or did you branch out from city to city? How did you get your first clients?
Through word of mouth and marketing.
So what kind of marketing?
I actually passed out flyers at different doctor offices.
Oh, that's smart.
I actually went to physical therapist office, passed out flyers there. Just friends, go inside Coral Gables and pass out your flyers over there, in different neighborhoods, and just pass out your flyers. Post on social sites as well. Those were the marketing tools that I used.
And I can attest, because when you passed out your flyer to me, I probably had 5 people that needed help already, that were taking care of parents and siblings and things at home. So can you tell me some of the things that you find once you go into the home that we really don't understand as caregivers for our relatives and things? Because we're not versed in this. We're not educated in this. We just love our loved ones. But what are we missing? And why would we need a home health aide?
Because a home health aide caregiver, we're more patient. We're more understanding. And we provide quality care. We listen to the patients. We don't overtalk them. We don't shun them out. We don't, yell at them, talk to them any kind of way. We still allow them to be human.
Right.
We still let them know that they're an adult and they're not a child.
Right.
So if you're doing the laundry, just allow them to assist you with it. If you're doing the groceries, allow them to help you put them up. If you're washing dishes, whatever you're doing, just allow them to assist you so they can feel like they're doing something.
Okay, so home health care is more than just taking blood pressure and stuff like that. So give me a list of some of the things that a home health aide would do.
So we do handle personal care, which would be taking them back and forth to doctor's appointments, taking them to the grocery store, assisting them with their paying their bills if they don't have family members that can assist them. We prepare their meals, prepare their pills, take their pressure if needed. Just anything with personal care, helping them with their showers, light house cleaning, anything that serves them.
All right. Well, I had no idea. I thought it was just medical based. So it's almost like you become a friend almost. I find that especially seniors, a lot of them are lonely. So it is nice to have someone with them. Now, is this 24-hour? I know you said your first client needed somebody 7 days a week, 24/7. Is that the standard? Or tell me how the hours go.
It fluctuates. Sometimes you'll have family members that need someone 5 hours a day, 4 hours a day. Myself, with my company, we don't take less than 5 hours per day because you have to look at the distance that they may have to go. So you have some family members want someone Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. They don't do every day.
Right.
They probably have you 3 days a week, 4 days, probably 2 days a week,
For
whatever fluctuates.
5 hours per day.
Correct.
Okay.
Then you have some family members that want to use you when they choose to go on vacation.
Okay.
So that they need someone to help with their loved ones while they're gone.
So do they ever spend the night or no?
As far as us, yes, we do stay the night at their houses.
Okay.
If they have to have someone there. You have some that live by themselves, so they can't be alone. And then you have some that live with their children or their family members that just choose that they don't want to get up in the middle of the night and change them.
Okay.
Or walk them to the bathroom.
Right.
So that's why you have a caregiver there.
Right.
So they can go ahead and get up and take them to the bathroom, let them know it's okay and everything's all right.
Okay, so minimum of 5 hours a day. Do you have a minimum of how many hours per week?
No, just per day.
Okay, just per day. So we talked about attracting the right clients. Where did you get the confidence to go? Because a lot of people don't want to pass out flyers. I mean, it's a very humbling experience when you are passing out flyers. Because some people drop them right in front of your face, or if you put them on a car, you see them take them and throw them on the ground and things like that. So where did you get the confidence? Like, what made you say, I'm going to Coral Gables, I'm going to pass this out, or I'm going to Cutler Bay or Palmetto Bay or wherever? Like, what gave you that confidence to pass those flyers out?
I think that I wanted to make it. I wanted to, beat the odds. I wanted to have more. I wanted to be able to give my kids. So I just pushed myself. I wanted to go to community events, pass out flyers, just different churches because they help you a lot depending on the church that you attach yourself to. So it was just, I know it's humbling, but marketing is the best thing.
It is. I say it myself because I know when I do events and things like that, it is so humbling. It is not, I'm telling you, it's not for the faint of heart. You really have to have confidence to get in there. And it's almost like you said, with marketing, you have to sell yourself. Because sometimes people will ask you questions.
Yes.
So when you handing out the flyers, you have to be ready for the questions. Were you ready for the questions?
When you already work into it, it's easy because it just flows. Because you already know what you're doing.
Right. Opposed
to someone that doesn't work in the field.
Right.
How can you tell me something about what you do if you don't
get out, you don't do the work yourself? Exactly. Okay, so we talked about the caregivers and what we want to do and make sure they do right. We also want to talk about, before I go to the homes, is there anything else you want to tell the audience about caregiving? How about, when do they know it's time to call in some help?
Sometimes you really don't know. But when you feel yourself getting overwhelmed, then you know that you need someone to come in and assist you.
Right. I agree with that. I think that's a good barometer. When you're getting frustrated, when you're tired, and I always tell my caregivers that you have to have care of yourself.
That's true.
And to take care of yourself if you haven't had a break. Think about how long you have been caring for your loved one or whoever. And if you haven't had a break, like in a week or two, you're frustrated, you miss your doctor's appointments, you're not getting rest, then it's time to bring somebody in.
That's true.
Bring somebody. So I'm not asking you what your prices are, but give me like a range of, because people want to know if they can afford. And I would say money is probably one of the biggest reasons why they don't get help. They think they can't afford it.
So as far as, you have some people that make more than others.
Right.
But then you also have some people that make less.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the ones that make less, that's why they have Medicaid.
Okay.
Medicaid will assist them. It will help them as far as be able to have someone come in and shower their loved ones and, just get them prepared for the day.
Gotcha.
Opposed to someone that have Medicare, which means they have a lot of assets.
Okay.
So the state is not really going to help them. They probably give them 3 hours per day, someone to come in and just give them a shower Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's just how the state goes.
Okay, so Medicare. Okay, tell me, which one is based on income?
Medicaid.
Medicaid. So if you low income, you have
Yes.
Medicaid.
Which is $2,000 and less a month.
$2,000 or less a month.
Correct.
And then how many hours do you know? Just an average, like how many hours?
Sometimes they'll give them like 20, 25 hours a week.
Okay, 20 or 25. And if you have Medicare,
you'll probably get like 3, 6, 9 hours a week, which just to help with the showering, because they look at it, you have assets. You probably have properties, different properties. So if you have different properties, why would they help you?
That's true.
So they expect for you to have long-term care insurance.
Right. Or some kind of other health insurance that may kick in, maybe?
Well, actually, it will be long-term care.
Okay.
Long-term care is what's something that we pay out of pocket.
Okay.
So when we get up in age, it gets reimbursed back to us, meaning that we don't have to pay for someone to come in to take care of us.
Oh. So is that like an insurance or something?
Yes, it's an extra insurance that you pay for out of pocket.
Okay. So we're going to pay for it out of pocket if we have other assets. If we are low income, then the government is going to...
They will help you. Okay, sometimes they might give you the runaround, but sometimes they might just flow for you.
Okay, so that's good to know as the audience is listening, that if you are low income and you are receiving Medicaid, that you could call and at least see if they're going to give you something, right?
Yes, it's called for home health services.
Okay, That's
what it's considered.
And so if we have Medicaid and we need you, will that cover you and your company?
Yes, we do accept Medicaid as well.
Okay, awesome. So Medicaid, go through the provider or the government or whoever.
Correct.
And then they can specify you, your company?
Yes, you can specify Robinson's Quality Care and they'll reach out.
Oh, awesome. And so people on the other side, that's where we need the flyers, right?
Yes.
Those the people you trying to give. I'm just trying to break it down so that people understand.
Well, actually, you need the flyers for both, because how would they know?
Oh, okay. That's so true. Right. Because we want the Medicaid people to pick you, to specifically ask for you.
Yes. Okay. So you give the flyers out to the hospitals when they're getting ready to discharge their family members, and your name is on the list. And then they'll go down the road and call you.
Awesome.
Yes.
Is there some kind of provider list that they have, or is just a flyer? And just like the churches, do you find that people have a list, or they just keep your flyer just in case?
They have a list.
Okay.
It has all different kind of providers that you can pick off the list which company that suits you and fits you and your family.
Oh, okay, great. So in order to get on the list, is it just passing out the flyer, or do I have to do something more formal?
You can actually request to see a caseworker. Okay. And sometimes it's who you know.
Right.
That you can be able to get your name on the flyer.
Okay.
So
perfect. This is really good information, because people, as I was saying before, sometimes people give up too quick. Yes. Sometimes people give up too quick. And I think we talked about this before the camera started rolling. So I remember when you had a dream to go beyond just home health, and we talked about it, and we thought we had somebody that was a good fit, but it just didn't work out. So I'll say, I'm always asking when guests come on, did you have a mentor or something like that? And I know we tried to find somebody, it didn't work out, but what kept you pressing forward? What made you not give up?
The need for the community. It's a need. I would go and work in different places like Pinecrest, South Miami, Coral Gables, but it's like when you work in those different areas, but then it's a need in my own community.
Right.
That
That's true.
Family members, they don't want to accept that their loved ones either have Alzheimer's, dementia, sundowners. They don't want to accept it. So they push away the help, thinking that it's embarrassing.
Right.
But it's not embarrassing. You're supposed to embrace it.
Right.
So that you can have a peace of mind and they can live a good life too, as long as the Lord allowed them to be here.
Right. Sometimes I think for us it's cultural too, because Big Mama says she want to be at home, and then she expect the oldest to come take care of them. And I counsel quite a few people that feel guilty that they're inadequate. I'm gonna say inadequate. You're really not inadequate, because that's not your job. Like that, you haven't been educated in that. That's not your field. But a lot of people feel guilty, inadequate. How do you help your own people realize that they really do need help? Like, what do you say?
Just allow themselves to have, spare them grace.
Mm-hmm.
Allow them to, just don't put, so much pressure on yourself.
Right.
Because that's what we tend to do. We put pressure
We
on
do.
ourselves, feeling like we didn't do enough
We do.
when we do enough. So bringing somebody in to help take care of your loved ones, it's never easy,
Right.
because you're going to always feel like you failed them.
Right.
But when you look at the issue at hand, you need the help.
You do. You can't do it by yourself.
So you have to allow someone in. And as caretakers, we're not going to overstep. We're going to go in and we're going to do only as much as you allow us to do.
Okay.
We're not going to overstep as far as boundaries.
Okay.
We're just going to try to assist and help. And some family members, once they see that we are only there to help, they'll fall back a little bit.
Right. And not take over. I think as I talk to some people, they feel like that's my responsibility and I didn't do enough for my mom. And I think that approach will help people realize that I'm only here to help. I'm
That's
not here
true.
to take your place. So I don't know if you really answered the question about what made you press on. You said the need. You said the need. You said the need. But what about beyond the need? Because we see a lot of needs and we have a lot of companies. But when things weren't going right and you had to press on beyond the need, what is it in you that said, I'm keep going?
Well, the love that I have for it, being more passionate about it,
Mm-hmm.
loving on the people. So that's what made me push through. Just pray harder and ask for, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, someone to help out.
Right.
As far as to show me the ropes, show me what to do, even though those journeys wasn't always great.
Right.
But for the most part, it was worth it.
Amen. I was so happy. Somebody actually gave me your card. We had talked maybe like a year before, and I just didn't see you for a minute. And then they gave me your card, and I was so happy to see that you did not give up. So now let's talk about, you were telling me that was one of your dreams, to have an independent living. It's called independent living home.
Yes. So my dream was to have an assisted living facility.
Oh, okay. The facility, right?
But the fees on that is extremely expensive.
Okay. So what is the facility? How big is the facility?
I have a house.
Okay.
I have 2 of them.
All right.
They're called Havens Independent Home.
Okay.
They're full of seniors. It's shared bedroom and private bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
So we just go and assist them as far as they cook their own food.
Okay.
If they need help, we'll help them cook. Keep the house clean. Take them back and forth to the grocery store and take them to go get haircuts or get their hair done. Yeah. Also, but they have, as far as if they have to go to the doctor's appointments, their buses and the vans come and pick them up.
Okay. Your bus or the doctor bus?
The doctor sends the bus.
Doctor sends the bus. So what was the fee when you said you wanted a facility? What is the difference between a facility and a home?
The difference between assisted living facility is you have to get zoning for the house. Then you also have to get a firefighter to come out and inspect the fire extinguisher, which means you have to get them inside of the roof, which costs over $20,000.
Wow.
Which is very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have to have someone from ACA come out and inspect the house and make sure everything is properly. And it's just it's a lot.
Right.
It's very, very expensive. The overhead alone would drain you.
Wow.
So when I noticed that, I started getting clients that was getting ready to be put out or evicted because of the price of living.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, well, I can do Haven's Independent Home, which means I can put them inside of a house, give them somewhere to stay. If they're older seniors, you can go ahead and allow any home health company that they need services or myself to come in and take care of them.
Wow. Okay. So how did you figure that out? I know you said it was the cost because it's all part of the journey. And I know there are people watching. They have a dream and they want to know, how does she do this? So you said the cost was too much, but like, did you take a class to know that instead of the facility, I can get the home?
Yes. It's called core classes,
okay,
which is what the state require you to take so that you can have core license. That class is like, I believe it's $1,000 to $1,500.
Wow. Okay.
I decided that I wanted to do a mentor, but that didn't work out because the mentor couldn't show me any proof of homes that she had helped produce for anyone. Goodness. So she wanted to mentor me, but she had nothing that she could have showed me. And she wanted me to give her, I believe, $1,500 or $2,000. But I couldn't see the proof. I needed to see,
of course,
what she did. So, however, I went on social media, allowed myself to go in different groups and learn all of the free things that they was willing to teach for free. And I just turned it around and flipped it and did what I seen fit that would benefit myself.
Okay. Well, you did it. You did it. I saw you. I was so proud of you. And I can tell the audience, I actually have been in one of her homes and it is immaculate. And the people were so nice. And I actually sat on the couch and stayed a little while and talked to the people. I mean, they were so nice. And then they asked me if I wanted to go outside and stay. And I just thought it was awesome. I had never been in one before. I've been in like building. I guess that would be like the facility, like a bigger spot. But they were so happy. Yeah, and they were so happy. Welcoming. And I just loved it. Even like the security to get in, the security, you know.
We have thumbprints.
Yes.
We don't do keys. We put our thumbprint on the door and it just opens up for us.
And I love that because you were like, call me, and then I open the door. It's like, all right.
Yes, I can open the door from my phone.
I loved it. And I also love one thing people can say, you can tell people how to do stuff. You can tell people what to do, but it's how you make them feel.
Correct.
That's when they light up. And so that's not fake. You can't fake that.
That's true.
And so I wanted to see for myself what it was about. And I know you as a person, but to see them light up and speak so highly of you. And it was clean. And I kept saying how it smelled good because I've been in some other places now. So I just want to let the audience know that this is just not an interview for you. When you say it's a love, it is a love. And that love radiates from the people because they speak so highly of you. How did you pick the locations?
It's crazy about that part. I actually saw a house on social media. And I kept telling myself, I was like, I don't know if they're going to let me do it. So I end up looking at the house and I was like, I want this house. So the person told me, one of my Facebook followers, she said, oh, just contact them. And I kept contacting them, but they wasn't answering. I was like, you know what? I'm going to call her one more time. If she don't answer, I'm just going to say, forget about it. So she actually answered.
Wow.
The young lady happened to be a lawyer. So she understood and knew exactly what I wanted to do. Right. So she was able to pitch it to the person whose house it was. And to this day, I have become very close with her.
That's awesome.
So she'll show me she'll say, this is how you're supposed to do it. As far as your leases, this is how you're supposed to write it out. So when it's designed for you,
it's for you.
Favor, the right people will connect themselves to you.
Yes,
that's how you know that's what you're supposed to be.
Amen. I love it. That's how you know that's the right step. Yeah. Now, how did you get the second one?
The second one, I went into my relative's office and I was like, is the house finished yet? And he was like, oh, we ran into a loophole. And I was like, no, I really
right.
wanted that house. I said, so big. It was way bigger than this one.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, we ran into some loopholes. I'm so sorry, Marquita. So then he looked at me. He said, my friend is here. He was like, Oscar, you have a house. So he said, you can have it.
Oh, my goodness.
So
there again.
Yeah, so it just fell in my lap. And we are, all three of us, we're very close.
That's good. That's good. So you are leaving a trail and you are nice to people. I'm telling you, when you're nice to people don't understand this. When you are nice to people and you're not trying to take something from them, like I'm coming to give something, like I'm coming to help people. And people see that in you. Most of the times, if somebody's just coming to get money, you can feel that too.
Right.
So thank goodness that you are really practicing what you preach. So how do you find your, you call them clients or residents?
I call them tenants.
Okay, tenants. How do you find your tenants?
They find me.
All right.
I met with this lady a while ago. I'm not going to say her name because I'm not sure if she will be okay with it. But I had lunch with her and she was so nice to me. She has like 8 of them, 8 houses.
Wow.
And for whatever reason, she sat down, had lunch with me.
Mm-hmm.
She told me the different places that she went to, but I didn't remember and I forgot to write them down. So I had that information, but I started marketing. But then with life and work, I just was like, okay, I'm going to market again. I started posting on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So I started getting calls off social media. Some family members like, oh, one lady asked me, can my mom come and she bring her brothers? I was like, absolutely not.
Okay, wait. She wanted to get one space and bring all her brothers?
Yes, the mother and her kids. I was like, absolutely not.
Right.
So then I had a man call me. He was my first resident.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, can you just take a chance on me? And he's been with me ever since.
Wow.
He's the oldest tenant that I have there.
Is that the one that was in the home I went?
He probably was there.
He was so nice. He was so...
The skinny, tall one?
Yes.
Yeah.
He talked so well of you. He really did.
Because I allowed him to just come without anything. I took his word for it. And so when you take people's word, sometimes you take a chance and you let somebody move in without having $1.
Right.
And then when they say, okay, when I get my money, I'm going to give it to you. And he did everything that he said he was going to do. It may not happen for everybody.
Right.
But with that particular person, it worked.
And I can say this, you don't have to pass out another flyer because he's the best marketer. He is the best salesperson.
Yeah.
He was
They all
best.
will. Yeah. All of them inside of that, the house number 1, they will market for me.
Yes,
they would call their friends and try to get their friends to move in. And I'm like, we don't have any more space.
Right. They were awesome.
But they would try. So after I met with the lady, she helped me out a lot. She'll answer the phone anytime I call her. She's very, very nice to me.
How did you find her?
A lady at Chapman helped me find her. Her name was Miss Dean.
Wow.
And she just let me talk to her over the phone for like a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, the lady kind of took a liking to me. And so she would, anytime I call her, she'll answer me. She'll tell me what to do. She didn't gatekeep when it came to me.
Mm-hmm.
She was very good to me. So she would give me information no matter how many times I would ask her questions. So if I call her and say, a caseworker didn't call me back, she'll call them and say, she'll do a warm transfer and say, she said she called you and you didn't answer her. She would do that for me. So I kind of got tired of it. And I just went through the churches.
Yeah.
And then the churches, different churches, they started sending people to me as well. And people started just calling my phone and the houses started just getting filled.
Well, I believe it because I've seen it. So if you had 1 or 2 things that you would tell somebody that wants to do this, wants to go in this business, some tips for success, what would you tell them?
Make sure you really want it. Make sure you have a love and a compassion for people. If you're just doing it for the money, then this work is not for you.
That's true. That's true. Because they love you and you love them. And so tell our audience how they can find you.
Facebook, Marquita Robinson. On Instagram, Shay_Quita.
All right. Well, this is Get Your Life. I am Dr. Carolyn. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget that you can get Your Life on all podcast platforms, and I post the replays on my YouTube at youtube.com at Dr. Carolyn Edwards. So thank you for tuning in. And remember, in a world where you can be anything, the best thing you can be is you. Until next time.
I know it gets hard to find the light sometimes. It feels easier to hold on to what's been keeping you down. You were made to fly, so now release, let it go. You were made to soar, so just breathe. Feel your power, learn to dance in the rain or the shine. Every step you take is the